Now the conference call is being recorded. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another Double Up Friday. We're so happy that so many of you could join us. As I look at the moderator board, there's well over 200 people that have joined us today, and the calls are coming in. As you just heard before I muted the call, we had people calling in from all over the country: South Carolina, North Carolina, California, Indiana, North Dakota, South Dakota, New York, you name it, Illinois. Oh, my goodness, what is all the excitement about? First of all, by way of introduction, my name is Mike Anthony Childs out of the wonderful city of Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I certainly appreciate each and every one of you joining us for another Double Up Friday conference call. We are so excited. What's all the excitement about, and how did all of this get started? Well, some of you are joining us for the first time, but some of you have been with us for the entire ride. Let me tell you how all of this got started. Approximately 45 to 60 days ago, there's a young man who happens to have the very same last name as mine. His name is Chris Childs, who I showed him a little program that was a motor benefits roadside assistance program, which, when you think about it, it's certainly nothing sexy about something that's been around since 1926. But, however, it had been around since 1926 from a company called Motor Club of America. Anyway, I showed him this little benefits package, and he said, you know what, I think I'm going to put this on the Internet. And you know we live in the information age now. So he decided to coin a phrase called Double Up Fridays. He put it on the Internet, did a little YouTube video, and oh my goodness, over the course of maybe 7 days, the YouTube video became viral. Some folks got a hold of it, and this thing has exploded. So approximately 5 or 6 weeks ago, we had our very first Double Up Friday conference call. And on that call was about 4 or 5 people. The next Friday, there was about 40 or 50 people. The next Friday, there was well over 100 people. The next Friday, it was 200 people. The next Friday, it was 300 people. Oh, my goodness, what has happened? Well, folks have been able to double their income from week to week. We've had people with this silly little package that has been around since 1926 to get involved for a mere $40, less than $40, $39.90 to be exact, and they have been able to double their income to the tune of anywhere from a couple of $100 to literally a couple $1,000. And who knows, the sky is the limit. Well, what is it all about? Well, again, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Mike Anthony Childs. I'm CEO and co-founder of a company called American Financial Group. So by day, I do financial planning and retirement planning. And let me tell you something. We have specific financial strategies, and as I have clients that come into my office from day to day, a lot of times the folks, they're not able really to make ends meet. So I always have my ear to the ground for look for other opportunities where a person can increase their discretionary cash flow, if you will. So this particular time, a gentleman came into my office and told me about a little program, which was a motor benefits club of a company called Motor Club of America out of Oklahoma, that had a little package that folks were actually able to sell and refer to other people and make a little extra income. So again, I took it to my son, Chris Childs. And as a result of taking that package to him and him putting it on the Internet, it has exploded. So let me tell you what's involved, and then we'll talk about the income. First of all, I'm going to share with you, for the very, very low price of $19.95 a month, what a person gets. They get so many benefits, it's incredible. First of all, the package is available across the U.S., in every state across the U.S., and all of Canada as well. The first thing that you're going to get, very simply, is vehicle emergency roadside assistance. For those annoying little things that happen to everybody. First of all, there's 216 million licensed drivers in the U.S. right now. And as you ride around your city, I'm sure you see people stranded on the side of the road for various reasons. Perhaps they lock their keys out of their car. Well, guess what? That's covered. Perhaps they run out of gas. Well, guess what? That's covered. Perhaps they have a flat tire. Well, guess what? That's covered. Perhaps their car won't start because of any other type of mechanical reason, and it needs to be towed. Guess what? We have a 24-hour sign and drive, sign and go, no matter what, won't cost you a penny out of your pocket. So that's covered. Any type of roadside assistance is covered. In addition to that, it's very comprehensive. We call it the total security package because it covers things that you would not even think about. For example, if you had a boat trailer and you had emergency, guess what? Your roadside assistance would be covered. If you had a recreational vehicle and you had a roadside emergency, guess what? That would be covered. What about you're a biker? Yes, motorcycles are covered as well. Even if you have a dually over 1 ton, guess what? That's covered as well. What about livestock? Again, as I mentioned, the program is available throughout the entire U.S. There's some people that have livestock trailers. Well, guess what? Even that's covered. Now, what I want to cover with you, those are some of the ancillary benefits that we don't know from a dollar perspective exactly how much that would cost for you to have roadside assistance, but we can safely say that for the average person that has to be towed, typically it's going to be $100. If you get your vehicle, if you get like your keys in your vehicle to call out a locksmith, that's probably going to be somewhere from $50 to $100. So let's say if any of those things were to happen to you, you would pay no out-of-pocket expenses, just sign and go, and that's covered. But now what I like to do is count off approximately 10 cash benefits. And as I go over these 10 cash benefits with you, if you have a pen and paper, please note down what this will all add up to. The first one is cash, $500, and travel assistance reimbursement. Let's just say for the sake of argument that you're involved in an automobile accident, and it's a local accident less than 50 miles away from your home, and you need to have a car rental. Well, this company will pay up to $500 cash to reimburse you in the event that you need to have a car rental. But let's say you're more than 50 miles away from home, and not in addition to your car rental, you also need lodging. You also need meals. You need things of that nature and a car rental, or you need transportation back to your home. They will provide, again, up to $500 in cash. So write that number down, $500 in cash. In addition to that, there's also up to $25,000 in cash for your bail bond in the case that you need it for something very serious. Let's just say, for example, that you were involved in an automobile accident that resulted in a loss of life, and there was a manslaughter charge, a vehicular manslaughter charge, or something of that nature. Well, unfortunately, those things happen in life. And when they do, guess what? Somebody usually goes to jail, and there's a bail associated with it. Well, this company will provide up to $25,000 cash to bond you out of jail. That's wonderful. In addition to that, there's another $2,000 in fees that are designed to defend you in court. So let's just say, for example, that you're involved in something and it's a traffic matter. Let's say it's a speeding ticket or any type of moving traffic violation. The company will pay for an attorney to come and represent you, and 9 times out of 10, you won't even have to show up in court. The benefit of that is that you don't have to take off from work. You don't have to take off from your family. You just simply give it to your attorney. Your attorney goes to the court, fights it in your behalf, and 9 times out of 10, they're able to get it either dismissed or the charges reduced, so it never shows up on your record. What a beautiful thing. That certainly saves you a lot of money with your insurance, so it won't go up. There's also $1,000 to protect you against other things. Let's say if there's vehicular damage to your vehicle and the person doesn't want to pay, well, an attorney will send a letter to that person to get them to move forward to pay. Or let's say there's some type of other damage to yourself and the person doesn't want to pay, there's up to $1,000. So add that up. That's $2,000 plus $1,000 in legal benefits. Now, how about $5,000 in stolen vehicle reward? I mean, we live in a society where vehicles are stolen every day of the year. Well, if that happens to you, the company will provide $5,000 in cash to try to get your vehicle back. There's also $1,000 in credit card protection. We live in a society as well where individuals, unfortunately, are stealing credit cards and ID. Well, there's going to be $1,000 in cash provided to you in case that happens. There's also $500 in farm equipment. As I mentioned again, this program is sold all throughout the U.S., even in rural areas. So there's some people that could benefit from that. So you got prescription, vision, and dental discounts. This is anywhere from 40 to 60%. It's a tremendous savings that the company has thrown in at no additional cost. There's also $500 in emergency room benefits. Let's say if you are involved in some type of situation where you need to be rushed to the emergency room. Well, there's out-of-pocket expenses associated with that. There's the doctor's visit. There's x-rays. There's anesthesia. There's all types of stuff that's associated with it. The company will pay you $500 in cash that you could either put in your pocket or provide for the medical services that are rendered. In addition to that, there's also $54,750 in hospital indemnity benefits. What that means very simply, if you're hospitalized as a result of an automobile accident, the company will provide to you, not to the medical facility, but to you, $150 a day for up to 1 full year. That equals $54,750. Now, let's say the worst thing happens, and unfortunately you expire as a result of an accident. There's another $10,000 that will be left behind to care for your family. That's just an added benefit that the company throws in at no additional cost. There's also an optional $50,000 worth of accidental coverage that either you could take for yourself or you could spread it from yourself, your spouse, and your children if you have children, and they'll provide coverage for all of those people. So those are 10 cash benefits, and that adds up to, if you have been counting and writing it down with your calculator, that adds up to $150,250 worth of cash benefits. Now, most people would say, wow, that sounds great. I'm sure that's got to be expensive. Well, as I mentioned at the outset of the call, no, it's not expensive. That's why this thing is exploding. It's only $19.95 a month. So the first thing that a person does is say, you know what, I like those benefits. I'd rather be protected as opposed to unprotected. And as a result of that, I will pay $19.95 a month. You'll have to pay for your first and last month. That means that you'll pay $39.90 up front and then $19.95 every month thereafter. But how would you like to get the program for free? How about, let me tell you what's really going on with this company and why it's really exploding right now. The company has figured out that they don't want to have professional salespeople. They don't even want to pay for newspaper ads. They don't want to use internet marketing. They don't want to have radio, TV ads, none of that. They figured out that the best form of advertising was you, the customer. So the company says anybody that becomes a customer with us is automatically also a representative with us. If they will share this information with their family and friends, business associates, church members, whoever, strangers, does not matter. If they will share this information with them, they will collect only $39.90 on their website because you immediately get a link as a customer. You refer other people to your link as a customer, and guess what? The following Friday, you've collected $39.90 from a customer. The following Friday, work with me now, the following Friday, you receive $80 per customer. So imagine just for a moment, if you will, and you'll understand what's going on. 3 referrals is $240 next Friday. Now, of course, you can do it by next Friday. You could do it in a day. You could do it in an hour. You could do it in a week. You could do it in 2 weeks, a month, a year. Does not matter how long it takes you. Now, what some folks have figured out is, you know what? This is a tremendous income opportunity. I know a lot more than 3 people that would like a program like this. So what they've decided to do is to make this a tremendous income opportunity by sharing it with as many people as possible. So we have plenty of people that are coming in this thing, and within a matter of days, they are doubling, tripling, quadrupling their income from week to week. And we've seen it happen. Some folks are getting involved, and within a matter of days, they have 10, 15, 20 people that they've referred and said, hey, you can do the same thing because you're automatically a customer. So as I look in our back office, I've seen that it's exploded. The month of June alone, our team has produced over 2,000 new members. And those new members have decided to go and share with others. We have hundreds of people that receive a check every Friday. As a matter of fact, today is Double Up Friday. This is the day that all across the nation, folks have received a check, either via UPS. If it's their very first check, the UPS man will knock on your door, deliver your check. If it's a check after your very first check, they'll just direct deposit it into your account. That's a tremendous benefit. So at the end of this presentation, when we talk to people about the benefits and features of it and the income opportunity, I say, really, it's only 3 types of people once they listen to this call. The first person says, you know what, that makes a lot of sense, and I'm really not interested in the income opportunity, but for $150,000 worth of benefits, and it's only $19.95 a month, and it includes all of these benefits, including medical, legal, dental, prescription drugs, roadside assistance. For me, it's a no-brainer. Sign me up. And we have those people signing up every day. That's the number 1 person. The second person says, you know what, I like the benefits too, but I'd love to get them for free. Sign me up. But what I want to do is refer 3 people, so mine is free. We call it the Refer 3, and it's free program. So they decide to go out immediately and refer 3 people. Some people are doing that in a week. Some people are doing that in 2 weeks. Some people are doing it in a month. Some people are doing it in a year. It does not matter. Some people are doing that in a day. Some people are doing that the first hour that they decide to join this program. And guess what? Whenever you do it, the very next Friday, you have a check. What a fabulous concept. Then the third person says, you know what? I know a lot more than 3 people. I want to refer this to as many people as possible. I know family members and friends that would like this service. I know other business-minded individuals that would like to make some additional income in this economy, and I'm going to share it with the world. And guess what? Those people are making anywhere from a couple of $100 extra per week to several $1,000s per week. So the question that a lot of people would ask, well, it must be something new then. I've never heard of it before. Well, no. The company's been around since 1926. They've had what I call feet-on-the-street programs where individuals have been direct selling this through automobile associations and car dealerships and insurance companies and places like that, and just face-to-face. They have regular applications and things of that nature. They've been doing it a long time, and they have literally millions of customers all over the U.S. and Canada. However, they have primarily been focused in professional drivers market, like roadside assistance and legal protection for truck drivers. That's where they had primarily focused up until about 6 months ago when they decided to release this to the general public for passenger vehicles. There's almost 300 million passenger vehicles in the U.S. There's a huge market. And they also, at the same time, decided to release it so that their customers could actually be referral agents. Well, that has been tremendous over the last 6 months. They released it, and then with Chris Childs coining the phrase Double Up Friday a couple of months ago, it has exploded. It has exploded so much that within the first 2 or 3 weeks, we crashed the company's website 3 times because so many people are signing up all times a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the morning, the numbers are going up constantly. It's very exciting. So a lot of people say to me, well, Michael, how is it that individuals only pay $40 to the company and the company pays out $80? Well, a lot of people would think that a company doing that would go broke. Well, guess what? They've been doing this since 1926. They know with membership programs, most of the people that get a program like this, anywhere from 70 to 80% of those people will keep it not for months, but for years. So since they already know that, they've decided, you know what, we're just going to advance our customers. $80 on every $40 sale, thus the double-up concept. So every time you send the company $40, they will send you $80. So you multiply it. And it's so good that if you decide to do a lot more than a few every week, they have bonus structures. If you hit 5, they give you a little bit more. You hit 10, they give you a little bit more. You hit 30, and it's $90 per person that pays the company less than $40. That's the reason why we have folks that are making anywhere, again, from a couple of $100 to several $1,000s per week. So we have folks from all walks of life, from 18 to 80. We have a young man in North Carolina that's barely 20 years old that decided to take advantage of this in the month of June. And over the course of about 2 or 3 weeks, the young man has put $3,000+ in his pocket. He's never done any type of internet marketing, no type of marketing whatsoever, and he's been able to do that. We have single moms that are taking advantage of this, putting anywhere from a couple of $100 per week in their pocket to $1,000+ per week in their pocket. We have professional business people, non-professional people that are getting involved in this. People from all walks of life have decided to start to double up their income. As a matter of fact, I believe I have a few people on the line right now that I'd like to invite to come to the front of the call to give us their testimony. Let's see. I invited Matt to the call. Matt, are you available? Matt, are you there? Okay. Matt is not able to join us right now. Not a problem. What we're going to do is I can tell you Matt's story. Matt is a young man that's a little bit under 30 years old, and he has a tremendous ability before we met him to be an SEO expert. That's search engine optimization expert. And what he's doing
Sorry, Mike, I'm here, Mike. Sorry about that.
Okay. No, thank you so much, Matt. I'll let you tell your story. Go ahead, Matt, and tell the folks what you've been doing since you've been involved and about your training programs as well.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate the introduction. Hey, guys, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Matthew McMills. And part of Double Up Fridays, what we're trying to do here, guys, is once you join this program, if you've been in or if you're just thinking about joining it, it's always what next? What do I do once I get in? How do I ensure that I'm successful? And more so, we're more focused. The reason we have these conference calls and these training webinars is to make sure you guys are successful after you decide to take that step forward. So what we went ahead and did, along with Chris Childs, Mike Anthony has mentioned Chris. He's a great leader out here, and we've developed a training system where once a week we hold live webinars where we'll be teaching different techniques to get people offline, online, how to market online. a little bit about me, guys. I've been online internet marketing for 9 years. Been doing it 5 years now, full-time from home. I've had the bumps and bruises, the ups and downs, and we're trying to eliminate all that for you guys. This is a very simple project, and we want to keep it simple. So we have implemented a weekly training to basically help you guys out and help you guys go to that next level. So once you get in, you don't have to wonder what to do next. We've opened up a Facebook group that we help people, and we've opened up this weekly training seminar or webinar, if you would, to make sure that you guys are successful once you get in. And we are very focused, excited about this opportunity to help everybody. People are making, like Mr. Mike Anthony said, people are making hundreds to thousands of dollars a week, and this program is truly blessing their life. It's such a great product. It's now being pushed to the front and allowing a lot of people to make a lot of money with it, and I'm really excited. And I just want to focus on the fact that we got training for you guys set up. So if you're not in, I would suggest you get back to the person that invited you to this call. Definitely get plugged in, and we'll see you on next week's training webinar.
I appreciate that, Matt. Matt has done a tremendous job volunteering his time. He's not getting paid for this for the team. By the way, folks, the name of our team is Wealth Creators. Why did we name it Wealth Creators? Well, you know, I've been in business a little while. If you'll look me up, you'll see that I got a little bit of gray hair. I've been in business since I was 16 years old. And I know that wealth creation comes from doing something one time and getting paid on it for years and years to come. Well, I didn't mention the fact that even though this company pays very well up front, there's something called residual income that most people never get a chance to experience. It really comes from the term royalty of the old British colonies. You know, when you got kings and queens and they really don't have to work because they receive a royalty. It's royalty income. You have people that receive royalty income from writing books. You have people that receive royalty income from writing poems or artwork and writing songs and things of that nature. Well, you can receive the same type of income where you do it one time and get paid over and over again, and this program allows that. So for everybody that stays on the books for a number of years, you will get paid in future years from the efforts that you do in June and July of 2012. Can you imagine getting paid again? Well, I can offer my own personal testimony because I was involved in another membership program way back about 12 years ago that had some benefits in it, not as robust as this. All it had in there was medical benefits and prescription drug benefits, discounts, and dental benefits and things of that nature. And we were able to build a sizable team across the U.S. of approximately 10,000 representatives, and we actually put in over tens of thousands of customers on the books. And over a period of about 2 or 3 years after building that sizable organization, I had a royalty income or a residual income in the six figures. And I was able to basically retire off of that income. Well, the same thing can happen here. I want to paint a picture for you. I've already talked with the president of this company, and the fact that they've been doing this for so many years, they have representatives at the company that have been there for 10, 15 years that have a significant, when I say significant, I mean mind-blowing residual income. They have individuals in this company that are making $500,000 a year residually. Now, let me tell you the difference between now and then. Of course, then they had to go, place to place and have meetings and talk with groups of individuals and sign them up manually. Well, today is the information age. Things move at the speed of light. I've already told the founder of the company and the president of the company that even though it took that individual many, many years to reach $500,000 in residual income, we will have somebody on our team reach $500,000 in a fraction of the time. As a matter of fact, we already have people in less than a couple of months that are already on track to reach $100,000 per year in less than a couple of months. We have several people that have already made $5,000 to $10,000 in their first month with this simple little program. So let's talk about it a moment, because each and every one of you, I value your time. Your time you can never get back. So I appreciate the fact that on this Friday, you've decided to use a little bit of your time to discover something that could potentially save your life, financially, if you will. So I want to share something with you. You have any type of opportunity out there to work from home. Most of the true work-from-home programs will charge you anywhere from $300 up to as much as $1,400, $1,300, $1,500 to get started. Then there'll be some type of recurring fee that you have to pay for your website and for your product so that you can sample out. And that will run you anywhere from $100 a month to upwards of $300 a month. Well, this company says, you know what, we're going to give you everything all you need to do is pay for your monthly benefit, which you need anyway. If you're going to refer people to it, you should have experiences with it. Doesn't that make sense? If you work for Coca-Cola, they want you to drink Coke, wouldn't they? So it makes a lot of sense for you to actually have this program so that as you have life, like myself, I've only had the program for 2 months, and guess what? My battery went dead, this week, and I had to call and use the program. You never know when something like that is going to happen because that's part of life, and that's the beautiful thing about this program. So, again, as you talk with the person that invited you to this call, just tell them what you are. You're number one, you just want to be a customer. You're number two, you want to be a referring customer, meaning that you want to get yours for free by referring three. And number three, you want to do beyond that. You want to make anywhere from a couple of $100s per week extra income into your household to several $1,000s per week extra income into your household. And over the next few years, really put yourself in a position where you can become financially free. I appreciate each and every one of you joining us this afternoon. Let's see if I have one more person that I can bring to the front of the call. Just a second. Okay, I believe it's Angie that's coming to the front of the call now. Angie, are you there?
I'm here.
Angie, please tell us your story. What's your testimony, my dear?
I ran across this on the internet, and I did what it said. It was very cut and dry, simple instructions. It was almost unbelievable. I tried it, and I did 10 people in one day, and I made over $800 in 1 week. But I did it in 1 day.
So you're a real person, right, Angie?
I'm a real person.
Have I met
and
do I know
no,
you?
and I have a small caregiving business where I work in people's homes with the elderly. And so I wasn't that I was making bad money, but who doesn't want to work easier? And this just sounded like 1, 2, 3, and it's just that 1, 2, 3. And I'm just floored, and I'm sharing it everywhere. And I've got, my dad getting into this and my son getting into this, and some of the young ladies and men that have raised up with my children. This is really exciting, and it's something that you can do and be proud of. This is something you're offering that's incredible. You can, hold your head up high. You don't have to beg them to have it. And what I did was I offered to, let them try this for 2 months, and I was guaranteed my money, and I feel awesome, and I'm excited to be here tonight, and I'm pushing to do more and more, like he said, just putting that money back in place to bring in more money, and you can't lose.
Thank you so much, Angie, for your kind testimony. We're so excited to have individuals, as I mentioned, from all walks of life, individuals that have experience marketing, individuals that have no experience marketing, individuals that have business experience, individuals that have no business experience. Just what I've noticed is that people that are successful with this have a very common trait, and that's a determination and a persistence to do this no matter what, to share with others. Go ahead. Angie.
Also, if I may, I would like to thank Matt. He's awesome. I mean, his coaching is so plain and regular. It's not so high-tech. You can't get it. There's nothing you have to, worry about. You're not going to be able to do it. And you're going to fall in love with the product, number one, and then you're going to be able to relay that to someone else with excitement. I mean, there's no way they're going to turn this down. You're just sharing it. It really sells itself. And the website, he made a caption page for me to go along with my website by being a member of this team. It's so professional, and it's it's something that I couldn't imagine, myself knowing how to get hold of to make myself as a company look professional like that, and I really appreciate his help.
Thank you again, Angie, for your kind testimony. I want to end the call by saying this. We spent about 30 minutes on this call, and I want to give you a number because this call is recorded. And if you're brand new, I don't want you to try to explain this. Your family and friends don't think that you're a professional marketer of Motor Club benefits. Whatever it was that you were doing yesterday or last week or last month, trust me, they don't trust you. So what you want to do is get out of the way of the information. Get out of the way of the messenger. Let them listen to the message. So we've recorded this call. When we hang up, it's going to be posted within about 15 minutes. The phone number is area code 712-432-1085. Write that down, 712-432-1085. The PIN code is 136950. Just call back into that number and let the person listen. Then you get out of the way of the information and sign them up. It's just that simple. They will tell you whether they're number 1, a number 2, or number 3, and it's that simple. We have folks signing up every day for this program. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to unmute the call right now. It's a Double Up Friday. We have well over 200 people on the call. Allow about 1 minute of folks saying where they're coming from. And hold on just a second.
Hey, what was that code again? In Maryland.
136951.
136951.
Yes.
Thank you.
What about the number again?
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
Okay, guys, the code again was 136951. 136951. The phone number is 712-432-1085. 712-432-1085. We appreciate each and every one of you joining us for this Double Up Friday. Look forward to seeing you again next week. We're going to launch within the next 7 to 14 days a training program to make this program even more simple. We'll have other conference calls throughout the week because I can tell you for the month of June we added 2,000 brand new people. That's very exciting. And we want most of those people, if they want to be able to double up their income, and we're very excited about that. So we're going to end the call now. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next Friday for another exciting Double Up Friday conference call. Good night, and God bless.